Okay guys, let's go. We're going to be looking at their Unite the Kingdom rally. Specifically, we'll be having a look at Richard Inman's part in it. Why am I looking at it? Well, I saw this video by over on the No Chance channel saying Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman accidentally exposed the Tommy Robinson UTK scam. And then I decided to do a bit of digging myself. Anyhow, let's go see what No Chance is saying. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing his content.
I laugh when I hear people saying, oh, it won't cost what Tommy's saying it's going to cost. Well, actually, guess what? It's probably going to cost more by the time it's all said and done.
Well, it looks like Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman accidentally exposed Tommy Robinson's grift.
What we want to achieve, right, is a peaceful, safe event for north of 100,000 people, right?
Yeah.
If we get 150,000 people at the event, and they've all got something to see, they've all got something to hear, they all have a good day, they all stay safe, there's no problems with the crowd, there's no problems with, people getting injured or hurt, then I'm a happy man. I'll be sitting on the evening of the 16th, somewhere outside London, with a beer in my hand and a smile on my face going, we did it.
Right, so we're going to do some math here, so keep up. So Tommy Robinson claimed that with his last UTK event in September, it cost under £200,000. He publicly claimed countless times that 3 million people attended the event. Over time he did reduce that, but he always claimed it was over 1 million. Now, Dick Inman, one of the UTK organisers, is saying that May 16th will be a success if they manage 150,000 attendees. Tommy's justification for the event costing between £500,000 to £600,000, that's over 3 times the cost of the last event if it reaches 600k, was that it'll be bigger, that it's going to be better than the last event, we need more screens because there's more people, but you heard it all. Right, now, this is for the Tommy fans, the Tommy defenders. Ignoring the obvious grift or the scam element of this, answer this. How the hell does an event cost 3 times the amount with an 85 to 95% drop in attendance? How does that work?
And that's what got me interested. He talked about more screens, stuff like that, more costs. In the previous video, I showed you the estimated costs of putting on an event like that professionally. Nowhere near the money that they're talking about raising this time around, let alone what the Zionists have given them. So I started to dig. And where did I start to dig? Well, No Chance said that Richard Inman was one of the organisers. So I went and started digging into Richard Inman and seeing if I could find any links to his companies and the UTK, and of course there is a link, and that link is Tommy Robinson. Let's go over and have a look at what I found out. This will be a bit messy and scrappy, guys. I was going to put it into whiteboards, and I thought it more important to get the questions out. You're not going to get answers here, you're going to get questions that should be asked of Tommy Robinson, Dick Inman, and the other organisers out there. I hope they've got public liability. I remember from my days as a director, always had to make sure I had public liability. Anyhow, let's go have a look. Well, first thing I found, I've got notes here now. What did I find? Well, Richard Inman, he's got a company, Broadcast Media Marketing Ltd. UK registered, it's active, it was incorporated 2020, and it's a media representation. Green screens, display monitors, that kind of thing, is it? Not sure. Small micro-entity company, the director is Richard Benedict Inman. I believe his wife was also a director, but she resigned from it some time ago. So what do we know about this company? It's a real active company. It was incorporated in 2020. Its business category is media representation services. Broadly means advertising, media marketing, promotion, representation, that sort of thing. From the public records, it's a small company. Nothing wrong with being small. All my companies were small, actually. They got even smaller when I closed them. Anyhow, the name that really matters is the director of the company, Richard Benedict Inman. Yeah. So what does Richard's company do? Well, it does digital marketing, broadcast industry news, advertising, promotion, online media platforms, industry websites. Strangely enough, if you try to go to their website, you won't be able to. It'll fail. Yeah. Not a very good professional look, Richard, is there? You can't even get on your website. They've got links to niche industry news type websites. I watched one of their videos. The sort of, well, only one video I found, sort of sites that carry broadcast technology news, production news, OTT news, camera crews, so on. Nothing really suspicious there. I'm not saying there is anything suspicious. I'm not saying we'll find anything, but we will find some questions. So his company is a small media advertising operation aimed at a specialist industry, if you like. So nothing there. Anyhow, move on. So what is connecting that company to UTK and Tommy Robinson? Well, that would be Richard Inman himself. He's the director of Broadcast Media Marketing Ltd, and he's publicly linked to Unite and Uniting the Kingdom activity. There have been two previous Unite the Kingdom rallies, one in 2024 when it was known as Uniting the Kingdom, and the second one in 2025 which was Unite the Kingdom, and now there's another one in 2026. I don't know whether any accounts were ever published for 2024 and 2025. I checked the company accounts of this company, and the accounts were dormant, I think, in 2024, but I may be wrong. Yeah, but the accounts were dormant. What I'm trying to establish is if there's any direct link. I'm curious about the companies and the contractors involved in organising the 2026 Unite the Kingdom rally, involved with organising the rally. I have to make this clear now. Well, I have to be careful, really, don't I? Richard Inman has been involved in all three of these rallies as an organiser, or one of the organisers. And I'm curious, like I said, to know if his company has been awarded any contracts by by the rally organisers. In fact, it would be nice if they released a list of all the companies given work as a result of this rally, from catering through to the screens used, security, you name it, we need a report on it. Anyhow, that's the kind of links I'm trying to establish. Now, I'm not saying this proves that Richard's company organised the rallies. I mean, I suppose he's free to do it in a personal role. Doesn't mean to say his company helped organise it. And I'm not saying money went through the company. I'd like to know if any money did go through the company, but I'm not saying that money has gone through the company. I'm asking, did any money go through Richard's company? Did the company help fund the event? I'm not saying that. I doubt it, but I'm not saying it. And yeah, I guess what I am saying is that Richard's name is all over the place in this event, isn't it? Personal friend of Tommy Robinson's, got his own company in the media business. I'm just wondering if if his company's benefiting from it. So what do we know? Well, the company is real. The director is Richard Inman, and he's publicly linked to Tommy Robinson and well known in the UTK circles. So, what we don't know is, did the company organise these rallies? Did this company play a part in organising these rallies? Were they remunerated for helping to organise these rallies, if indeed they did do that? I don't know whether they did. Did money pass through the company? Again, I don't know. It's just a question I'm asking. Did any money pass through the company? Did the company provide any services in 24-25? Are they planning to provide services now in 2026? I don't know. There's no transparency with UTK, is there? We don't know how much money they've raised. We don't know how much money they've spent. And I couldn't find any records of how much they raised and spent in 2024 and 2025. Was Richard's involvement purely on a personal, voluntary basis? I don't know. Is Richard receiving remunerations for what he's going to do in 2026? Who's going to pay his expenses? I don't know. That's why I'm asking these questions. I'm not jumping to conclusions or anything. I'm just asking the questions. Pause, Paul. Think. I've said I don't know. I don't know a lot, haven't I? So I've talked, and I don't know anything really, do I? Which is why I'm making this video. I want to know. We don't know whether Broadcast Media Marketing Ltd, Richard's company, had any formal role. We don't know whether it handled any advertising, event promotion, emails, media work, payments, logistics, or anything like that, do we? It may simply be that the man involved in the company is also personally involved in political activism, just at the personal level. This isn't illegal. It's not illegal if it's on a personal level. It's not automatically improper. People are allowed to run companies and also have political opinions. Then again, the size of these rallies, the amount of money, well, when rallies are large, public, political, and financially supported by donations, lots of donations, I guess people like me are also entitled to ask who's organising them, who's handling the money, and who's responsible. Let's see some accounting. Large public rallies, donations, political influence, public trust, transparency. Well, we're not seeing any transparency, and we've already seen that public trust in the organisers of UTK is fading away. Otherwise there wouldn't be videos like this one, or the one made by the No Chance channel. We know that donations and fundraising are going on. I've seen the begging letters going out. Endless begging letters. It's not as if like the Unite the Kingdom rally is just a bunch of people meeting up in a pub car park, is it? I mean, it's huge. Last year's was huge. It was impressive. Fair play, it was impressive. But it gets national, worldwide attention. Lots of money, lots of organisation, lots of media, lots of promotion, transport, security questions, public order issues, public liability. Who's covering the public liability? You should tell us that at any rate. You need to know that any people attending are covered. So I still don't know who the actual organisers are. Who are the companies providing the services? Who's handling the donations? Who's responsible for handling the donations? Yeah. Who are the accountants doing it? And are supporters able to see where the money goes? Well, no, not so far. We're not seeing where the money's being spent, the people who've donated the money. I'm not being hostile or doing a nit piece on Inman. I think he does that himself. But they are reasonable questions to ask, and I think any reasonable person would like these questions answered. I mean, when people give money out the goodness of their own heart, I think transparency is really very important. So then, Richard, if you want to explain the structure, the organisation, the finances or the roles of different people in your UTK rally, yeah, make a video, tell us, be transparent, tell us who the accountants are, tell us how much you've raised, tell us how much you've spent, tell us how much it's going to cost. Okay guys, I think that's all I've got for you. I'm sorry it's a bit scrappy, but I've got my great granddaughter here and she's running around. Do you want to say hello? Just shout hello, don't look in the... Yeah, she said hello. I wish I could show you her, she's beautiful. Right. Okay guys, that's all I got. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow. I'm going to spend a bit more time now with my great-granddaughter. Great-granddaughter before I take her home this evening. I get to see her once a month. So there won't be a live stream this evening. I'll be driving.